loosen up the bra situations. Oh my goodness. So I think about like a week or so ago, I was eating food and I just happened to notice I was doing something. I forgot exactly what activity I was doing, but I noticed that my boobs were getting smaller, which means I'm losing weight, and I did not want to lose weight in that area. I was just like wanting to have all the carbs just like push up and back into my chest. Because what can I say? I like it when they. Ooh, okay. I like it when they bounce. Like, oh my goodness. I've always been a size like a strong A, like A close to B, and the day I got like super, like the day I got super thick, and chubby ass, if you will. I noticed when I was going down the stairs that my boobies were just like, going like they were jumping, and I was just like, what is this movement? And I had on like, a good supporting bra, so I was just like, hold up. I literally went back upstairs and tried to do it again, and it was no joke. It was not a lie, it was not a dream. My boobies were bouncing, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Of course, I put on a lot of weight, but it's things that you do, ha ha. And now it doesn't do it as much. I mean, either way, I still love my beast things, but like, yeah. Ideally, I would like my fat to just kind of like go up into here. Like poof. I mean, there are solutions that I can do. Is this okay to do on YouTube with the situation? Wait, is this okay to do on YouTube, or just against the guidelines now? Because they've gone so strict. They've gone selectively strict on things. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's good overall though, but there's like some parts where they're not so strict on, and I'm just like, whoa. Okay, catch up. Okay. So, yeah, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about everything that's going to be off the top of my mind. And I know a lot of people, excuse me, not a lot of people, a lot of idiots. Okay, there's a difference. There's a lot of people as far as population, and then there's just a lot of the out of the idiots, out of a group of idiots, a lot of them have complaints. So yeah, a lot of idiots are complaining about the fact that I do my video off the top of the hat, but it's because, as you guys have has I spoken before, and I'm just reiterating this. It's because literally, like my all my plans, thoughts, and all that kind of jazz has literally been monitored. So this is things that people do to just like gaslight me and manipulate me, and I'm just like, it definitely emphasizes my importance. Like, all right, I get that, and that's why I wanted to share that with you, because oh my goodness, I was literally sharing some things with you all and the group of idiots. We're trying their hardest to try to make me feel small, and I was just like, yeah. But one person had actually noticed about the disconnect when it comes to certain type of like behaviors and actions. Like at a certain point in time, like when you see negativity, like when you see certain type of words, you know that this person doesn't have a good heart. It's like, as I had mentioned before, when you want to exercise patience with somebody, or when you want to have actually a conversation that wants to do like a conflict resolution, and you notice or you recognize that person just wants to be a miserable bitch, bitter, worthless, valueless, hater, hypocrite, evil being, all those things. So when you recognize that, you just basically just be like, okay, there's no need to process any of that information. You note it. It's just like, it's like visually skimming somebody's identity. Like you see it so often. I don't even have to like absorb any of that stuff. I just notice it and just be like, it's spam, junk mail folder kind of situation. So it's a lot easier. Eventually, hopefully you don't have to be immersed in that kind of atmosphere or environment. But if you are, then it does become easier to recognize that negative type of energy. And speaking of negative energy, a lot of the negative energy does happen to envelope over itself, because like people who are just so freaking just caustic individuals. There's like you can recognize evil actions. You feel me? Like when somebody wants to do harm to you for just existing or being, and you are minding your business, you literally don't want to do anything like with them. You're trying to move along life as you see fit, and there are evil beings that literally just want to like throw their negativity and stuff like that on you. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that you can do, I mean, at that point, the only thing you can do is like try to protect yourself and your energy. But there's this like sometimes when it's just so many people, it happens to like kind of like attach to you just a little bit, like or at least like overwhelm you. It's how can I explain this? Basically, their energy is like pretend that you are. I'm pretty sure you know. If you're like outside and you just happen to get all the fresh air, but then somehow there is no, a trash can full of garbage, and you happen to just get a whiff of it. That is them. They are the trash can in the park, basically. Where you're walking, you have fresh air, you're good, but then all of a sudden you just smell their stinky asses because they literally are worthless individuals who are just evil. Now, if you clean that jammy, like as you clean that waste trash can, of course, it could be of value, but unfortunately, it just has a lot of toxic, nasty, sticky, smelling kind of stuff, and that is literally what they embody. That is what they represent. If I can explain that to you in a better way, I would, but I think that that's pretty good. It's just like, pretend that you're in a park, sunshine, blue skies, a beautiful area. But when you happen to see people who are like sending negative energy your way, or when you happen to feel negative energy, that happens to come naturally, especially if you have any type of like, high sensitivities or sensitivities when it comes to people's energies. I've been literally in that kind of environment since I was a child. So eventually, you catch on. It's like when you hug somebody, you just like, you can tell when it's a really nice, like feeling hug, or when you know that somebody's just a little bit off and you're just like, okay. Like, okay. Like that's how I get nowadays. But I'm just like, yeah. You don't even have to touch a person you don't have to touch a person in order to feel their energy. But if you happen to touch it, that's when you can feel it more. And it just really, I don't know about any of you guys, but that's just more cringe for me. Like literally just thinking about it is making like the hair, I'm getting like a little goosebumps. Like it's not just the hair of my raising up, even though I'm very wolfy right now. It's like literally like goosebumps. Like just thinking about it, it's really gross. But again, evil people pretend like, all right, so evil people are basically like, stinky, overflowing, waste-filled trash. And yeah, that's pretty much what they are. I mean, there's some flowers, there's some good things going on in your life, hopefully, and there's some really positive energy. And then you just have these people, these shitty ass, these people that just, you're just like, oof, you just gotta move away from them. And eventually, maybe they could be upcycled into something else better. But I mean, sometimes that's what people just want to be. And once I recognized that, and once I recognized their words, and I was just like, no, like everybody has a purpose, and theirs is just to be just trash. So, all right. Another thing that I want to talk about. Oh, I guess maybe I should have a solution for that. But again, like just train yourself to when you skim and you recognize and you see that kind of stuff, just pass it off, because literally this is what people like thrive in. They don't have a healthy outlet for their emotions and for their personality, and a lot of times it's projection. Like I've seen some stuff that's like literally projection, whether it's on social media or just their energy. Like I've I've been on like video chats with certain people, and and they'll talk in a certain type of way, passive aggressively. I don't want to say passively. It's passive aggressively about people, and then they happen to have that same type of behavior, like literally a little bit prior, and I'm just like, okay, well, are you like not taking into account, like in a severe sense, I definitely, a lot of the things that I like to do is that I like to just always, I like to say I try to be fair, because I don't want to put myself in a hot seat and just be like, yeah, that's just not a good look. So I'm always, and I try not to like overthink about exactly how my actions are playing in to certain type of behaviors, but I like to stay accountable exactly to like what it is that I'm doing. So it's just like, okay, well, before I say this, did I do that? And then I'm like, oh, okay, well then I did that. And then I try to fix it. Or if I find out if it's something that I even want to fix, because sometimes there's certain things that's just like, okay, well, this is something that's obviously human and this is something that about myself, or this is something that I actually like about myself. And if I'm pushed to a certain type of point where somebody's literally like encroaching onto my space and my boundaries, then I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak up about it, and that's something I can't feel sorry for. So if I what I feel and what you should feel, Flowers, if you feel somebody's like stepping to you. Most of the time, they're not even stepping to you. It's just some passive aggressive shit. But if they are basically in your space, then just like handle it accordingly, because you have to trust yourself that you know what's best when it comes to people who are literally just trash, smelly trash, and you just know that kind of energy is something that you just don't want to fuck with. So Lisa. So you feel me? Okay. I'm kind of happy right now. It smells really nice. All right, so I took advantage of the 4th of July sale. I had mentioned this before. Always, whatever it is that you want when it comes to like shopping, always wait for the sale, especially when it comes to like certain things. And I like Bath and Body Works when it comes. I want to try this out. This is not sponsored, please. Oh, that'd be nice one day. But no. But this looks right here. It actually smells really good. So, and violet, sandalwood, and eucalyptus. And eucalyptus is really like calming and healing. So I like it. I just want to be bougie sometimes and just, have this on my dresser, do a little fancy, like little spritz and pretend that it's going to like really like cover my whole entire body, knowing good and well I'm going to need some cocoa butter and some Vaseline to really get all my edges, because I am a long piece of thing right here. Long little cinnamon peanut butter girl. So yeah, but I just want to, just pretend that I hear an oasis in the background, birds chirping in the sky. Maybe some Sade play in the background. One of those. Yo, for real. But yeah, I can't wait to see what else this stuff smells like. I have so many like pretty smelly things. It's really nice. And I took advantage of the sale. So I mean I really like it. Like when it comes to that kind of stuff, definitely do it. Like this was like a self-care thing for me, which is really funny when people try to check our pockets, So I'm just like, wait, hold on. Like everybody has like something that they're paying off. Like, did you pay off everything? Like everything? Did you pay like, is there nothing that you owe? Nothing that you owe. Like everything's already paid for. Like, even if it's like, I think that there's gotta be at least something that people are still like paying for. Like the majority of the population is like paying for something, whether it's a house or a car or something like that. So I'm like, at that point, do not talk to me about exactly how I'm spending my money. Worry about how you're spending your money. Oh, do you need to do you need to go through drive-through? Why don't you just cook at home? Because aren't you still paying for your house? Don't you still have a mortgage? Don't you still have a car? Don't you have all this and other stuff? Isn't your child going to go to college or something like that? Why don't you save up for that? How about I start checking your pockets? You feel me? So when people start trying to come for you when it comes to like checking your pockets, just be like, I'm pretty sure that you have something. I'm pretty sure that you have a lot of things, or at least one thing that you need to invest in. Like, I don't think that you need to go on that vacation when you literally have a house that you could be using that money for or something like that. Like, I wouldn't say that because it's not my business. But since they want it to be in my business, that's something that, you can like, I could bring up to them. So that's why I'm saying something like that, Flowers, is something that you can use, because I swear the projections are so fucking real. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Why are you checking my fucking pockets? Check yourself, okay? Is little Timmy in college yet? Oh, does he want to go to school? Like, does he want to go for like a master's, a graduate and stuff like that? Oh, he's going to go for scholarships. Well, you know what? It'd be really nice if you could like help him out with certain things, you know, this, that, here, and the third. You want to buy him a house? Like that would be a really nice graduation present, you feel me? Or a car or something like that. Right. Check your fucking pockets before you talk about what I spend. I don't care, even if I have to spend like, you know, money on a meal. You feel me? Like, yo, I swear, it's just like, where do people get this, the freaking like, you know, authority or thinking that they can do that kind of stuff? Like the way I'm speaking out, flowers, is the way how I want you guys to consider it when people are coming to you when it comes to spending your money. You sweated for that, right? It's so funny. There's a story called the hen. No, there's a story of the hen basically, and I feel like this is relevant to my life, and I feel like it could be applicable to yours, to a lot of people. Here he goes. So the hen is basically, she happens to fall upon grain, and she's just like, oh my goodness, this would make like excellent bread. Who wants to help me? Who wants to help me? Like, crap. She's like, who wants to help me garden it, basically? So she's going through different types of stage, giving bitches these farm animals, tons of opportunities to chip in, help, and participate. And they're all like, not I, not I, not I, not I. So the hen has literally the piece of grain, and she's like, okay, so who wants to help me, like, you know, plant this? And they're like, oh, the farm animals are like, not I. And she's just like, okay, well, then she planted it. And then she's like, okay, well, then who wants to help me, like, plow and harvest it? Excuse me, who wants to help me, like, reap and sow it? And they're just like, not I. And she's just like, okay. And then she does it. And then she's like, oh, who wants to help me, you know, harvest it? And they're still like, not I. when it becomes wheat, when the grain becomes wheat, they're just like, not I. The cat is like, not I. The cow is not I. The pig is not I. Like, not I. They're all like, not I. All the barnyard animals. And so she gets to the part where she's just like, okay, well, I turn this into flour. Who wants to help me bake this? And they're just like, oh, not I. Not I. Not I. Not I. And then it comes to the part where she bakes it, she makes it into bread, and she's like, okay, well, who wants to help me eat this? And everybody's just like, I will. You feel me? Like, it's to that point. Like, oh, I'll help you do this. Like, once you have the fruits of your labor, now people want to fucking, like, you know, approach you. And it's just like, no. Guess what happened? The hen decided to share. Sake. I can't. When it comes to surprises, I can't really do it. But yeah, so like, no, the hen decided, it was just like, no, fuck all y'all. Like, I mean, she obviously didn't say fuck all y'all, but she was just like, as soon as everybody was just like, oh, I will. He was like, no, that's okay. I will. Oh my goodness. It's such a cute little child story. I think it's called like a fable or something like that, but read it. So it's like the story of the hen. It's like something of the hen. I have to put it on my site because I can't remember it now. And I think I might put it in my description, which I actually have to make a few other things. Right now, as the accelerated class is kicking my ass. I have that and work and then all elections and then fighting against evil. So, which is insane. Oh my goodness. So I have this, I recently learned about this, what, you know, that long-nosed monkey, which is literally called like a long-nosed monkey, which is about a part of the Borneo breed. So there's like the, you know, there's this Borneo breed, isotoner brown-nosed, not literally brown, but this is isotoner nosed chick who has been literally trying to suck up to in the oppressive party. So basically there's this like big agenda going on right now. So in order to make me look bad, Isotoner Nose decides to mimic a lot of the things that I do in my life and my plans, including the personal videos that I've made to myself, profit off of them, and also suck ass in order for her to get like a fucking music album deal contract. So I'm like, I see through all the bullshit, you feel me, like that? And that is basically another thing that I want to talk to you guys about, because it's just like, you know, that kind of like evil and negativity, which is everybody's grand big old scheme to try to, I guess, not only just make me look like the villain, but just, you know, oppress me. And then on the oppress me, make a profit, not give like any of the proceeds, not ask for any of my permission, but oppress me, gaslight me, manipulate me, use me. Like this is literally like modern day slavery. And the sad thing is just that when I'm no longer like of use to these people, and because they want to save their asses, because all along they've been such punk asses, they are going to move on to another supply. It's like, how fucking is it's crazy, because in the sense of someone saying, oh, like let go, like when is it that these people are gonna like grow the fuck up when it comes to like letting go of things, like, and they don't even have a valid reason to be so like caustic and evil. I really think that it's gonna go like be an uncontrollable situation, because like if really if like if little old me is such a fucking problem. And then people say like, oh, I'm protected. I'm protected because nobody else wants to get the same heat. Because literally people have literally committed, harmed themselves for way less. And I'm just like, somehow I'm still here. Thank God. Praise Almighty. Like I'm still being resilient in my faith in the Lord. But no, well, actually, no, but to that, like my faith in the Lord and just being resilient. At the same time, I'm just really like, I just don't understand where these people don't have any fear. And well, obviously they're not religious. Not religious, or they just don't have any fear. They don't have any fear. They don't have any heart, figuratively and just emotionally. It's just no bravery. It's just a lot of cowardice. A lot of cowardice. When people do this to us, it's just a lot of fucking cowardice. I treat people who are passive as if it's just. When it comes to my flowers, I treat you as potentials who I can try to have a community with. Because this video is literally as my future diary, plus to any of my people who I want to just have a community with. And I feel like right now this is some type of like social, I feel like this is some type of social prison that people are just trying to put me in with it when it comes to like, oppressing me. And at the same time, it's just like, I was trying to like, how do you say this? So I don't know what the guards are called. I'm parole officers. They're parole officers and they're just regular guards. I was gonna ask you like, what do you call it? But people are in the chat who are just like kind of like on the chat, but just like watch me, but they're not like saying anything. So I don't know what it's called. It's okay. We're gonna just call them officers. So this feels like a social prison, and there are no officers right now that I consider like a friendly, but they're ones who they're ones who I'm being like polite to, and at least I was polite to, and I was trying to reason with them. But the people who I'm giving like the hopeful advice to, those are the ones that I'm calling the flowers. Those are the ones that I want to affiliate with. The other ones I feel like are the prison guards, the ones who I'm just like, look, I know that I have to live on this fucking planet with you guys. Like, I have to exist in this social realm with you guys. So I'm just literally, keeping it as what is it? Not as, I would say as polite as can be, because I don't want to be sweet to any of these passive as like any to these passive aggressive ass people, but like I'm treating them as like guards. You feel me? Like the security guards. It's like within reason. And then there are the real assholes, the ones who like to abuse their fucking powers. And I'm just like, okay, well look, obviously I told you like go fuck yourself. Like I don't care about you guys, but there are certain people who are literally just like on limbo, and there's the people who are literally the people who are just like are pretending to be nice, but are just looking for a reason to not like me at all. And I'm just like, well, yeah, go fuck yourself too. Like, no, let me help you out. Go over there with them. So, but when I call my flowers, just know I'm not talking to I'm just not talking to an entity that's looking for an excuse or a reason to fucking not like me. I can help you out right now. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, I don't need you. I've obviously proved that because I've been, in isolation for such a long time, and I wasn't looking to be your fucking friend. go fuck yourself. I like being friends with people who are wanting to be friends with me and actually want the best for me. Who are not looking for me to be oppressed, who are not looking to use me. Those are the kind of people that I want in my life. And those are the people who I feel like I am entitled to, because like, I know when it comes to entitlement, it does not include using somebody else. It's what basically you think that you deserve, and what you deserve is what you go look for. If it's not like, you're not going to force somebody else to like you, and I'm not going to force anybody to like me. It's either we vibe or we don't. Like, I am entitled to what I want because I am my own person and I am my own being. Like, I'm not going to let anybody try to control me. And when I find out about certain type of things, then I act accordingly when it comes to like my respect. But I do it in a certain type of way. We're supposed to be respectful. So when people are doing malicious things behind my back, where they're trying to like falsify my records and do all this other kind of stuff, I'm just like, hold up. I really hope that this comes back to you 10 times forward. And you seem not to be disturbed by it, but I don't know. You also at the same time seem to be such a punk ass bitch that, maybe when it comes to you actually getting your hand slapped, you're gonna fold like the wet cardboard bitch that you guys are acting like. Speaking of which, I'm winning the battle with my hair. So kind of sort of not winning the battle with my hair, but like, yeah, I'm just like, okay, you're not like, these people are not beings that we want to be friends with. These people are not beings who we should seek or have value in seeing. These people are nothing. Like, for real. They are, it's everywhere. They're on the street. It's basically like a littered neighborhood. They're just like everywhere. It's just, there's trash cans everywhere. It's trash day. That's where every day it's fucking trash day when I see these people. Just like, that's why I've minimized a lot of the social media activity, because even when I don't go looking for it, I find it like on media. If I'm going for a search for, again, the zodiac thing, which I'm doing less and less. As I said, I was weaning off of it and I'm still am. Sometimes they find themselves like, up in my searches so they can be seen. And then other times it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, I block them, or I block them, or I just ignore them. There are some who are like flowers, I know, that who are just like, hidden out there somewhere though. But again, it's just wild, man. It's just wild. All these energies are just crazy. And the sad thing is like, I feel, ever since I was a kid, and this is why it really fucks with me when I was being exploited, because I didn't like people. Okay, hold on. Of course, the manipulators were trying to say that it was because I have stage fright. No, bitch. It's because as a child, I've always been preyed upon. So I know the energies. Like, I'm basically like being exploited means that I'm being exposed to energies that are just literally caustic. So I'm feeling people's like thoughts. I'm feeling like these thoughts are not like all the thoughts. A lot of the thoughts are not mine. Like, I feel all the energies, and it's just like, it's so wild and crazy. Just like, don't touch me. Like, don't try to touch me in any type of way, because it's when it comes to like spiritual, when it comes to like negative energies, I'm just like, like, bro, get away from me. Like, it's wild, man. But that's part of my past, and I mean, it's also part of my present, and there's not much I can do about it except the things that I've already done, which is try to reach out to people, tell the people who I can. But it just seems like everybody can be easily bought, and everybody can be easily swayed, and everybody who seems to be helpful turns into a type of person who seems very scared or worried about repercussions, which is like, I can understand why, but it's just like, I can understand why, because a lot of these people are like influential and intimidating, so, and have money, so they can easily buy you out, or like harass you. And the ones who have literally been like super helpful, like, I do appreciate it. But at the same time, like, some of the things that you're thinking about me is just like, some of the, like, when it comes to like negative stuff, I'm just like, some of the things that you're thinking is obviously off the influence of these people, off the evil people. And I'm just like, ew. And isn't that messed up? Of course, I mean, one would assume that it is messed up when someone is literally trying to like enforce a negative thought on somebody like that. That's how rumors and gossip is spread. And because I'm getting like all these fucking like energies and stuff like that, like, I can't, it's so much. I can't filter out everything. So I'm thinking of something and then I'm just like, okay, that's not right. That's not a good thought. So I'm just like, okay, no, that's bad. That's a bad thought. Like, that's not good. And I know that certain type of things and certain type of like behavior and actions that people are like trying to like throw at me. I'm just like, no. It's like, I already know that the people who are coming, the energies that I feel the strongest are the ones that are literally like full of like animosity and hate. And it's just like, I can feel it. I can literally feel it. And it's just like, yo, it's just like such, it's like, please go away. Please go away. And as I'm talking, like the sun is shining like more onto me. Like, yo, and oh my goodness, I swear my conversations with the Lord and just the energy in my spirit and the spirits, like with my grandmother, it's just a natural thing. Like, if you are not religious and you have not been raised in a religious home or a Baptist household, then you won't understand, and that's totally fine. But when you have like, when you've had like pastors and stuff like that, like in your immediate family, and you had like, your grandma go to church 2 times a week, if not more. Your mom went to freaking church like 2 times a week. I think maybe 2-3 times a week. And it was just like, oh my goodness. But but it just makes you like really, depending on how you are, it can make you 2 different types of ways. And for me, it just made me very respectful of other religions, and it made me respectful of God. It made me very questionable when it comes to like the Bible, because the Bible is man-made and has been revised. But at the same time, I'm highly respectful. I'm highly respectful about it. I just think that, there's some things that are very debatable, especially nowadays. Everything needs to acclimate and adjust. So when it comes to certain things, I'm just like, I think, again, the grand scheme of things is just treat people right. It's do no harm, but take no shit. Just treat people right. Okay. So, I don't know if I should put so many like lessons up in here, but life lessons that I'm learning. So, yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah. So during this summertime, I think it's a really good time to just kind of be in the moment, because I really one of the lessons that I'm learning right now is to just be more in the moment. However, at the same time, the moment is not that bright. However, if I try to compare it to the past, it's better. If I try to compare it to like, I guess like the immediate past or parts of the past, like it's better than the veil that I had over my eyes, and the people who I believed in, people who I thought were kind are now evil. So it's the clarity that I have now has made me appreciate the present more than the past. And I don't want to think about the future too much, because that causes anxiety. So there's certain type of words that I wanted to share with you, because I think that that'll help you as well. So when you hear certain things, or when you look at when you hear about probabilities, not about something that seems very certain or something that seems very close. And when I say close, I mean like the weather. Like, oh, okay, it's going to rain tomorrow. Like, okay, there's a chance that it's going to rain tomorrow. Certain like little things that you wouldn't mind about worrying about. Certain things like that is okay. Like, you don't have to get too anxious about that, unless you're going to have a wedding. And then all of a sudden, then at that time, maybe you might want to freak out and have the caterer move everything underneath the tent. Other than that, I don't think that it's really like a big deal. So again, there's words that are talking about the future that you should kind of either just roll off your shoulders or dismiss, or just not even think about, because it's just going to cause anxiety. So one of the things that I don't like about news or people's intentions is just that it's just too far in the future. It's not concrete. It's not an exact. It's not somebody saying that they're going to do something and they're actually going to do it. So when it comes to like, hey, I'm going to go do this for you, and then they don't do it. Like when it's something important. I'm not talking about something like little. If it's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to post a video tomorrow, and I don't. Like that's just something small. Like your life is not dependent on that, or there's nothing up regard. Hopefully, your life is not dependent on that. Like, and like you're like it's not something that's that special in order for you to make a schedule for it for your own life. Oh my goodness, I think that's kind of wild that there are certain people that are literally very committed to social media like that. My younger self was very committed to TV shows back then because I would hate for reruns to happen, but like I wasn't like, well, yeah, I guess I was like, yo, I would. That's why you TiVo things. But there's just definitely needs to be a moment where we can't be too hard up on the future. So that's why I don't like hearing things about, oh, somebody's coming by or something like this, or this is going to happen, because I'm just like, you hear it too much and that could just really like mess up that person like coming, or that person, or what's worse is that person is fake futuring you, where they're just dangling a carrot of like something that's going to happen and it never happens because that person never had any real intention of like making that stuff happen. And that's actually worse. And that's something that I just it just grosses me out because I really hate that shit. So these are the words that you should probably like watch out for. So it's like once, oh, I want to do something. Oh, like, hey, I wanted to call you. Yeah, but you didn't. Like, just like, just call it what it is. Like, we're gonna exit at that. Like, we're gonna take that out because like once, it's okay for you to say want if you're just saying it very like lax, but like there's certain type of things in your life where somebody's just basically trying to save face or just trying to be a dick, especially if they keep saying it. It's just like, yeah, no. Just watch out for those signs. Protect yourselves, flowers. Protect yourselves. All right. So wants coming. Like, hey, I'm coming over. Or is the wait, why don't you wait for this? This bonus is coming, or especially if it's not really coming. Imagine like basically all these words are like expected packages. There's not even expected packages that are coming. It's the illusion of an expected package that was coming that had no intention of coming, because it was that person either was scamming you. That person was either scamming you, more than likely. That person more likely is just scamming you, or it got sold out or something like that. But yeah, but in this case, I'm just basically saying it as a scam. Like people are just scamming you, saying, oh, this is expected in the mail, and it's not, because the person scammed you. They really just dangle the carrot to just have you invest in something. Either it was time, money, energy. Yeah, it was a scam. So basically the words that I use are wants, coming, will, shall, can, going to, expect, finally, on its way, would, should, and could. Like these are just things that you should just like just kind of be worry about when it comes to things about like when people are just trying to mislead you and take advantage of you, because it's like no, you just don't seem like a very trustworthy person, or the person you're referring to doesn't seem like a trustworthy person. So therefore, I do not trust in what you are stating, because no, my intuition is very apt. I believe in myself, and also the way how you're behaving in conjunction, in addition to what the subject matter is. No, you gotta have some common sense when it comes to that. So it's just like you can't bullshit me. So no, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and then either act accordingly, or just like order from somewhere else, do something else. Expect something else. Either do it myself, or work on it another type of way. That's all I'm suggesting to you guys. My skin, I am not wearing any type of like like makeup or foundation, but I think I should. It's me being fresh faced, so be gentle with me. I'm actually going to do a spa day, which I haven't done. I'm going to get a facial. I had during the 4th of July, I went ahead, and I've been saying for a long time, oh, I'm going to do a facial. I'm going to have a spa, and I finally did it. No, I didn't finally do it, but I bought a little Groupon So I'm gonna do it. Count your days, blemishes. Count your fucking days. So yeah, I'm just, oh my goodness, I'm so. Can't wait. All right. Yeah. It's just a lot easier now, just recognizing people's bullshit. It's just like, oh my goodness. So, what other activities do you guys want to do in order to like bullshit me? I'm just like, it's so funny. It's like looking outside and seeing people trying to be mischievous, and you're like looking from like the second floor or something like that, just sipping your coffee. It's like people are just like being all missing, and you're just like, turn on sprinklers. It's like, what are you doing? Like, looking down, like, what are you doing? And are you done? Like, just get out of here. People just really are committed to just being very, very insane and very crazy. And hopefully, Flowers, you're not going through anything as severe as this. But if you are, fight the good fight. A lot of times when like I like being like cheery. I mean, I don't expect to be cheery all the time. If I like, yeah, people, and I don't like people who expect people to be cheery all the fucking time because I just think that that's very demanding. Um, that's very selfish because people are human, so they have the ups and the downs. And I remember hearing people. I was having a meeting with people, and they were just explaining about how this person, how a few people, oh, you never seen them mad, or you never seen them this, that, here, and the third. Mind you, these are the same people that were the same thing that they were talking about was the same things that um, they were flawed and failed at. And I'm just thinking, like, yo, that is just real. Like, first off, don't hold yourself to that kind of standard. But they were being passive aggressive and trying to explain it to like somebody else in order for them to hold those type of conditions. So I was just like, this is mad selfish. Like, why would you want to try to hold somebody in that type of fucking regard to thinking that they should have to be perfect all the time? Like, that's insanity. That's crazy. No one should have to always be happy or perfect. Like, if they want to improve on themselves, if they want to work on themselves, if they want to excel at something, then let them have that. But people are subject to making like, to having a bad day or something like that. Oh my goodness. It's like throwing a rock at somebody or pinching somebody and not expecting them to say ouch. Like the fuck? Like, that's just insanity. I can't. I don't like people who are expecting, for other people to be happy all the time. And no, like if you had a bad day, like, yo, I can see it. And if you need to like step back, and it depends on like how you respond to these things. You feel me? It's like, how do you respond to this? If you happen to get upset and you want to get frustrated, then okay. Because if you internalize it, or you that can eat you up too. So just try to find a good way, because there's a lot of people that just kind of prey on making you take a bunch of shit, and then when you honestly like say something back, they're just like, oh my goodness, it really fucking, it's just fucking insanity. And don't act like, I don't know at what point that not you, Flowers, but passive aggressive people. I don't know at what point that you decided to insert yourselves into my business, but it seems like, or not. Actually, no. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are so fucking dumb bitches. Like, even if you did get into even if you had got into this from the very beginning, go fuck yourselves, because y'all would just lie about it anyway. So, because I was, yeah, no, go fuck yourselves. I like knowing exactly who I am and exactly at what point that I am karmically and spiritually free since June 27, 21. After I put out my information about Marcus Toro and all this other kind of bullshit that was going on between my fucking ex, my rapist ex, go fuck yourselves. Yes, I put it out there. Yes, and the celebrities and all this other kind of shit, and the influencers that literally want to just try to abuse the situation when it comes to people in the government, police, FBI, CIA, and all that other kind of shit. Yes, I'm putting it out there because honestly, at this point in time, the vendettas keep going. Like, yo, when it comes to like family members and shit like that, and people who I thought were my friends, the shit keeps going. So there's nothing like when you say that, yo, you're protected. It's just when people try to like pacify me and tell me that I'm protected, it's just like, how am I going to believe, like, this is why I want to do skits. It's like, yo, how am I supposed to believe that, yo, I'm supposed to be protected if I'm under these fucking situations and being oppressed? It's like, yo, imagine you are kidnapped and put into somebody's fucking well or something like that. Because I'm thinking about was that Anthony Hopkins movie, Silence of the Lambs, and the guy's just like, "Don't worry, you're protected." And you're just like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Oh, no. The TV show Scandal. Remember when Olivia was like kidnapped and she was like put into that little hole in the wall and all that other kind of shit, and they were just like, there was like somebody trying to be like befriend her, and he was like, "Don't worry, you're protected." Lies. Why would you do that to Olivia? Like, yo, bruh, like, yo. It's insanity. It's insanity. Like, I mean, like, again, for what it's worth, like I said, it is what it is, and it was what it was. Like, I can see exactly how and why you guys would do something. Not this. Well, no, excuse me. I can't see or understand why you guys would have this type of mentality. However, at the same time, it's so fucking many. It's so fucking many people that are insane to believe that this shit is cool. And you will need to have the same type of fucking belief system when it happens to you or somebody that you love, because this is introducing that it's okay to do this to people. Like, imagine you broke up with somebody and they didn't want you and they do this to you, and then they try to inflict harm on you because you really don't want to be with them. Like, can you imagine that ego? Somebody literally with the fucking ego of Future, when he was just like, yo, when he dug up Sierra and he was just like, yo, I'm gonna get my bitch back. Like, nigga, what? What the fuck? Like, yo, just imagine the grandiose like behavior. And I know a lot of people right now are going to be like, oh my goodness, like, she's crazy. No, bitch, I'm fucking like, there's a bravery and there's a confidence where I know that at the end of the day, I know exactly what it is that I'm doing here. Like, these people in society, flowers, when people are literally trying to like come up against you, you have no choice but to like to stand up for yourself. Especially when other people, especially when they try to block opportunities for you to protect yourself or to like go to authorities or something like that, then you have no other chance but just to fight for yourself. And at the end of the day, like I said, the last thing I'm gonna do is just like, oh, I'm thanking God every day. Thank God every day, and then tell the people in oppressors and the backstabbers to go fuck themselves. Like, I see how you guys are moving. And for what it's like, you know, and as a valuable answer, go fuck yourselves. Like, I see how you're moving. Literally, how you guys are moving is evil as shit. I know you don't give a fuck, but when other people start not to like, you know, not to like it, and the shoe happens on the other foot, and it happens all to you, don't cry about it. Like, yo, like, honeys. There's just a lot of a lot of projections, and a lot of projections from them when it comes to like trying to break me down and break down my character, and a lot of like malicious activities that they're trying to do exactly with my life, just so that they can try to like escape punishment or escape any type of judgment. And I'm just like, no, like, sit down with your thoughts. Like, don't be trying to make me. Don't try to make me be responsible for your feelings and for your issues when I don't want anything to do with it. I literally have too much on my plate, too much ambition, too much going on for myself, and I have too many intentions for my future. I don't want to be a source of entertainment in my private life, and I shouldn't have to be in order for you to actually be something or try to be something of value or of substance. Do not get mad at me because like you're sorry, flowers, like move to the side. Because I'm talking to the flying monkeys. Do not get mad at me because you guys don't see value in yourselves, and the only value that you have right now is to be pieces of shit and trash. Like, you feel me? Okay, flowers, like, come on, let's go. Let's get back into this conversation. So yeah, when it comes to like these situations, like, yo, the only thing you can do is just like protect yourself. Oh, that's what I get. Let me have this one. It's so nice. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. People like, you know, hurt themselves for far less than what's going on that I've been through. And here I am, just day by fucking day, just like, you know, doing it. And a lot of the people who are very selfish in the worst sense because this is a dark type of selfish. And the dark type of selfish, people are literally very selfish, and controlling and manipulative and gaslighting when it comes to like wanting my fucking energy. And I'm just like, no. You're speaking on me as if you're trying to help me, but you're not trying to help me. You're literally using it to garner views, likes, and favor for being just disgusting individuals. I won't have it. So, flowers. And they just call you like crazy. This is very funny because a lot of the things that the isotoner knows was like hinting at was the same type of thing. And in regards to like exactly the punishments that I'm supposed to be getting for being defiant and being my own person. I'm just like, bitch, go fuck yourself. Like literally, like why don't you have a serious work ethic and try to be, I don't know, again, somebody of value, but no, here you are licking the butt cheeks. The butt cheeks and assholes of people just so you can get a fucking like rap album. I mean, not a rock album or something like that. And I'm just like, that's just limited. It just seems there's so many people that's more talented than you. Excuse me, flowers. Talented than you, isotoner. But alas, you just really want to be just like, you know, a vindictive evil bitch. So why don't you just, you know, send back my personality and go about your way. Okay? All right. Good luck with that surgery. I think you need to follow up. It's, you know, you obviously have insecurity. So much insecurity. Bitch, please. Like, just goodbye. In other news, because, you know, I don't want to stay up on the topic for long when it comes to that kind of stuff. I have a few, because I really do like good smelly things. So I have a few other things. Ooh. No. I didn't know I forgot I had the white one. Wait, did I buy it? Oh no, I bought so many. I thought about Love. So there's like this scent at Bath and Body, and it's called Love, and I'm just like, so nice. I think Target or Target. I don't like saying Target anymore. It's kind of like old. But I think Target has something like this. I just really love the way how it's glass. It just screams bourgeois, and it just screams like clawfoot tub, body oils, soap, rose petals, pillar candles, white pillar candles, and maybe some black ones, and some modern ones. Ooh, the body shaped ones or something like that. I mean, oh my goodness, I would just love that. Oh my goodness, I just love all my things. I love aesthetics. It's just. It's nice. All right, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it for right now because you know I'm always thinking on the go. Again, I'm not trying to have too much. I know that again you can't have much control over your life, but I like having just a bit of like sense over my life. There's things that you know I actually can do and cannot do. Oh hey, what's going on? Oh my goodness! So earlier today, someone had brought my had like paid for my Starbucks, and I just got a message from this. I got a message from somebody in class. So he did my we're in a group project, and basically he just did my homework portion, and I was him and the other girl, and I was just like, wait, because I was about to submit like I got an email confirmation, and it's like 3 people in a group. And I had picked him, and I was like, yo, like, do you want to like link up so that way we can do work? And I also know the other girl from another project assignment that we had to do. And basically they decided to do the work because it's only an outline. So they had already submitted it. And like she had basically they did a lot of the work that I wasn't expecting for them to do. I was literally waiting to contribute, and I'm going to do the work anyway. It's basically just a draft, not even a draft, but it's like an outline of the draft. So I'm very happy that I don't have to do that. It's one less thing that I have to do since I have like a paper and a speech due this weekend, but I have to like collab with some people. So that's going to be interesting. And anyway, they did that part for me, and that's just like such like a load off my chest that I'm very, very grateful for. But at the same time, like I'm going to contribute because I'm just like I'm not not gonna be lazy with this work. Like, no, I'm going to contribute with the work so that way I can put my name on it and that way I can feel good about this grade. Because heaven forbid, it's just not. I'm gonna miss you. Heaven forbid, they're not gonna be whether it's like an A or even a B or anything like that. Like, I want my name to be tethered to that. So yeah, give my work. Like, our schedules were less like loopy, so I'm gonna try it again. Thank you, really appreciate it. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Oh, and earlier today, somebody paid for my breakfast. I was just feeling like so happy. I was like, oh my goodness. And I ordered like quite a lot of items. And there's like, oh no, like, we got you. Starbucks is not cheap. And I was like, oh my goodness, thank you. Like, the person I paid for you. And they drove off, so I was feeling very nice, very premium. It was a nice start to a nice day. Okay. I don't know, man. Just like, yo, I don't know. It's just like, bruh, like, what y'all want? Like, when it comes to like, y'all passing progressive, it's like, what do y'all want? Like, I'm here. You feel me? Like, I am here. I apologize. Oh. All right, but yeah, I need to get work on my other stuff. I mean, literally the only thing you can do when it comes to, again, I have put it down somewhere. When you think of the past, present, sad, past, present, future, yes, sad kind of situation. Like, what is that supposed to mean? It's like some type of. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. Now, granted, there are things that, or that happen that, you're not really going to be too happy about or like at peace about, especially if you're especially if you are not at peace. Yeah, there could be like situations going on right now that can be highly stressful that will not make you at peace. But if you're thinking too much in the future, or if you're listening to things that are keep referring to the future, it's gonna make you anxious and still make you unhappy. So, pardon me. So, like, why even put yourself through that? Just like kind of minimize or remove as much of that as possible. And for me, that's getting a hell of a lot easier because I witnessed this stuff and then I'm like, yeah, no, this is not gonna work for me. So I'm doing what's best for me and my health, and to do that, I need to remove certain type of, words and energies and things like that away from me. I know it cannot be completely removed, which is why like it's like less harmful for me. But it's just that when I know it and when I see it there, when I recognize it, I know that no, this is not good for me. So minimize it as much as possible. Don't try to like be. It's like what is it? It's like giving up smoking, but not willing to go inside of a bar because or a public place because they might have smoking. Like, no, like, if you're done with smoking, you're done with smoking. Like, there could be relapses. There could be situations where you might be tempted, but when you say no, or when you know that you don't want to do something, then you don't want to do anything. It can be hard. I'm not the one that's gonna like put such strict demands on when people like relapse or something like that. But when it comes to saying no to stuff, no to energies, and removing toxic things that are just like in your life that you don't want in your life anymore, you have that power, and it's really hard, and sometimes it's almost like damn near impossible. I can give people like certain types of passes here and there, but yeah, just on a lot of things. I don't want to say everything because I don't know how unique certain situations are, but on a lot of things, when you want to say no to something, like it's possible. It's possible for you to do. Some things you can't because people want to try to throw it in your fucking face in fucking life, but there's a lot of things that you can just say no to. So if for what it's worth, I believe that you can do it. I believe that you can do it, and I hope that you can get through it. Okay. And again, this is for my flowers. This is not for the. Hold on. Noise. Noise. This is for my flowers. Again, this is not for the, the guards, basically, the idiot guards who I have to, well, not even I have to, but the people who are like being polite to on certain type of levels. Because there's people who you have to be polite to where, if they have negative energy, but they just don't want to, they don't want to be upfront about it. They want to be just like negative, completely negative behind your back. They may, not the people who might say one or two bad things, but it's like people who literally want to be like assholes behind your back. Those are the ones who I'm polite to because they never say it in my face. They never say it in my fucking face. So it's just like whatever. Those are the ones who I identify as guards. I'm trying to make them see something, but at the point I'm not trying to stress myself when it comes to like their ignorance. But for my flowers are like people who say that you're oppressed. It's like you're in a prison and you're talking to either some mates who are actually who you can vibe with, and also the people who are like, the family or friends who you want to write to that's on the outside, the people who are free. And those are the people, those are the flowers. Like that's who I'm talking. Like these are the good messages. So those are the people who I'm talking to. So yeah. And unfortunately, a lot of the people who are the passive aggressive, the flying monkeys, the guards, those people are very fucking conceited that they think that my messages are for like them, or my energy is for them, or that my words were thinking that I was talking about them. It's for them. Like, no, go fuck yourself. Like, why are you like I don't even need to ask that. Like that question is really rhetorical. It's just like, yo, why are you here? Like I know why you're here. You should know why you're here right now. The flowers know why you're here right now. It's just like, yo, it's a question that you need to fucking answer for yourself. Yo, my hair is so fucking poofy right now. I know I said I was gonna give myself like a few days to get over this fucking like a few days to work with this, but it's just it's a done deal. She this wig has won, and this battle looks like it's being lost. I'm still not giving up hope. I think I have like a couple more days left, so we shall see. If I just want to be a fluffy poodle, that's what I want to be, a fluffy poodle. Because honestly, I love the bedhead. I don't know why, but bedhead I feel like is really cute for me. Sometimes I do like the sleek, but I like the bedhead. It's cute because especially with my shirt right now and these like this background, which looks like basically a sheet. I mean, it is a sheet, but it looks like a bed sheet. I don't know. I just feel like it kind of fits the purpose. So bedhead. Oh, my tongue and my throat is like so dry right now. It's just a har, 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 har. Here we go. It's insanity. I really want to just like start. In fact, you know what? Instead of saying, I want to, I am. I'm going. Not even. I'm going to, because that just sounds again like very futuristic, but not in like the toxic way where you need to schedule your life to it. But I've been feeling for a long time about doing videos. However, at the same time, it's just like a lot of my stuff have been deterred, posted either before I got to even say anything by other people, and they thought they were doing it in order to like get a reaction, piss me off, or to take the accolades themselves. So I'm thinking of doing a few skits in relation to this oppressive situation. I mean, it's not a laughing matter though, but it's just so funny about the ignorance of these people who are trying to give me advice, but still trying to like oppress or have me in an oppressive state and trying to throw me bullshit. I'm just like, yo, I can smell this shit a mile away. Like, yo, we're in the park and I can still, this shit is so smell like so foul, like away from me, like away from me. Another thing is, I'm interested in investing more into just my peace of mind and again my privacy. So when I see or when I think of thoughts in this, that, here, and the third, like people are very confused as like why I'm more silent, and it's because I'm like literally protecting my space and my boundaries. And I think that's something that we all have to do, flowers, as individuals, when it comes to people like overstepping and encroaching into like our private area. So yes, that's something that we definitely need to do. We need to just focus more on to our boundaries. Okay, I'm going to go have me some water and go have me some nibblies. I'm just, yeah, bruh, bruh. All right, I'm gonna actually have nibblies and I have homework to do and all the jazz. I literally, I got things to do. Uh, People are expecting me to just like play around with them, and I'm just like, you're not that important to put on the list. You feel me? You're really not important to put on the list. Like, thank you for telling me the certain type of behaviors and actions that you guys want to do, and it's just like it doesn't cause a reaction karmically and spiritually free. Like, I don't understand. Like, once you release yourself from a certain type of situation, the things aren't impacting you as like as you would expect. I mean, as they would expect, and that's just something that they obviously can't get around. And some of them do understand that, which is why they're going to the extremes right now with just like trying to do harm. And for a lot of times, it's so funny when people are just like let go and mind your business, because for the longest I thought that I had, and at that time people were doing things in the background to be malicious, cause like physical and stuff harm. So I try to understand you guys from your perspective, and I was just like, I can't fully do that. Like, I see the evil, and it's just something that I don't want to rock with. When it comes to like the flying monkeys, I was just like, yo, the flying monkeys. Like, I see exactly how you did this. It's like a fucking math problem. It's like, yo, I see how you came up to the solution, but unfortunately, it's incorrect. And actually, recently, somebody was trying to mock it, and I was just like, no, sweetheart, it's still incorrect. Like, you're just saying it from like your own self. Is like the same answer is not gonna come out, whether you whether you're trying to like be cute about it or not. The same answer is not the same. Like, I don't know exactly how you decided 1 + 1 = 45, but you are entirely wrong, because I've seen you bitch about the same thing when it comes to a celebrity. Imagine being oppressed, and then you're talking in the same note about like free another celebrity who's being like oppressed through her money. You can't be that fucking smart then, if you literally are talking that fucking nonsense, and within under the same breath, within the same 24 hours. Like, I mean, people pretend to be smart, but they're really not. They're really fucking dumb. Like, and again, that's why I can't play small. I can't play small. It's too late now. Like, I can't do it. Like, oops, you see me. You see how awesome I am. And flowers, I need you for this weekend to like rock out and just be awesome and as much as you can be. It's a new moon tonight. Today's for a new moon, and it's time to just be awesome and be great and just excel and admire yourself, admire your talents, enhance your talents, like stuff about your stuff. Go out there and get a scent. You don't have to get the scent that I had, but I just, yeah, and I could still smell it. Like, it's really nice. It's very calming and it's very cool. Some other stuff too. I don't know, should I even maybe I should do something on my blog site. Yeah. All right. I gotta be like more. I don't feel like I should have to be a bitch when it comes. In fact, I'm not even being a bitch right now. I'm just putting it all out there, because I think this is something that needs to be said. Like, yo, you guys and y'all vision, like, excuse me, flying to the flying monkeys, like, y'all visions and y'all energies is just so fucking toxic. And I know, like, I know exactly what it is that you guys are thinking, because it comes in my head, and then it's like, no, this is just like, I mean, it comes in like my aura and my environment, and I'm just like, yeah, no, like, I don't want that. I don't want that in my environment. I don't want that on social media. I don't like, yo, when you're in a toxic area, you can just feel that shit. You can just feel that shit. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's insane. It's insanity. Like, a lot of these people just, oof. Imagine having that type of nasty ass energy where you can't try to shut me up and you can't make me feel guilty about any of the nastiness that you guys have done. And so therefore, like, you want to do physical harm or try to send somebody to like mess them up in a way where they are like taken out, or wanting to be imprisoned in some type of way, like mental or physical. Like that's just sick. Like there needs to be true justice. But there's so many people that are just like into this shit that they're just like, oh, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, well, I see you. But like you're literally no one to be someone who I want to be affiliated with. And I'm glad that you understand that, because that's why you're doing the things that you're doing now. And that's why, like, none of that phases me. Because at the end of the day, I'm not looking at my phone thinking that, oh, I hope that, I don't know, nameless, faceless, alphabet soup bitch, like, gives me a text. Like, no, I if anything, I want that person who I want in my community. The person who I really want in my community, I have not met yet. But I mean, there's certain people who I'm like, oh, it would be nice to have a drink with this person, or it'd be nice to like, I wouldn't say share a meal with this person. There has not been one person who I'm just like, you know what, I want to share a meal with this person. There are people who I'm like, oh, I want to have a drink with this person, or I want to sit down and maybe have a chat with this person. But there's no person who I want to sit down and have a meal with, because those are the kind of people who I literally want to have in the community. When it comes like more, like, oh my goodness, this is so awesome. Let's just keep doing this. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep doing this. Like, yo, when you have that kind of energy where you're just like, yo, and on a specific day too, like if it's on like a Monday or a Sunday or something like that, or a Saturday, like when you choose one of your most special days, your most favorite days, and you want to share that with somebody, then that's when you're just like, okay, that's when you know this is the kind of person that you want to like invest in, and this is the kind of person who you want to like have more type of interactions with. And this is something that you have to ask them. If they ask you, then you might say yes out of like, to be nice or polite or something like that, or if it's like a convenient opportunity for business or something like that. But when you ask them, when you feel like you want to ask them if, hey, look, can we hang out on this day? Like that's one of the most amazing things. And yeah, I have not met anybody like that yet. So yeah, I'm waiting for that. Like, I mean, I have no choice but to wait for those moments. But like, if it comes to me, then it happens. But yeah, like that would be just a beautiful thing, where the moment happens and I'm just like, you want to hang out on this day? You want to hang out on this day? Like, you want to have a meal with me on this day? Like that'd be awesome. Like, I would appreciate it if you would have a meal with me on this day. What do you say? So yeah. Okay, that was a lot to talk about. Kind of going over the time, but yeah, I talked about a few things, and I will chat with you later. Hopefully, to all my flowers and all my flowers only. I just want you guys to have like a beautiful, beautiful, fun weekend. All right. Okay.